Hello busy bees! This week we've been talking about space. And another thing you'll find in space are planets. We don't really see the planets well from Earth because they're so far away, but sometimes if you know what you're looking for, you can actually see some of the planets, especially the big ones, like Jupiter or the ones that are very close to us like Venus. So let's get started with our craft. We are going to do a planet today. So for the grown-ups, all you need is a big circle. I've decided to do Saturn just for something different. So you just need a big circle on a big piece of paper. I've sticky taped 2 pieces of paper together because I didn't have a big enough piece. Yeah, so we're going to do some splatter paint, and because I've done Saturn, I want to block out the ring around Saturn, and I'm going to do something else with that. So I've just taken some newspaper and I'm going to block out where I don't want the splatter paint to go. And then I'll move it when I'm finished. I'm just roughly going to block it out. And I've taken an old toothbrush. And we're going to use an old toothbrush, right? So that's just kind of blocking it off. Hopefully that stays down low enough. You can use white paper or a darker paper. If you're going to use a dark paper, choose colors that are lighter. I'm using white paper, so I've chosen dark colors. I'm only using purple and blue, but if you'd like to choose any other colors, you can use as many colors or as few colors as you want. And I'm just going to splatter. I'm using a piece of card. This doesn't seem... And I'm going to cut it out when I'm finished. I just want to add a bit more paint onto my toothbrush. Okay. Should have maybe made it a little bit runnier. Yeah. It's okay. And I'm going to cut it out when it's finished, so I'm just left. Let's grab some water. Add it to my purple. Add some to blue. Now that looks better. And when your little piece of cardboard, you are going to pull it towards yourself, otherwise you end up with splatter paint all over you. Just going to as you can see, I've got some newspaper underneath so that I don't ruin my table. Alright, let's get some of the blue on. I'm using the same paintbrush because the colours are going to mix a bit anyway. Alright, let's get a different piece. And then when it's dry, I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to be left with my planet. Right, okay, let's leave that for now. Let's move my pieces away. Okay, now what I want to do with Saturn's rings is I'm going to do some glitter. Now, if you're brave enough to use glitter, grown-ups, go for it. But again, if you are just going to use paint, you can just block out the rest of your circle with other bits of newspaper, and then you can do your splatter painting in like a yellow or a much brighter color. Then what I do with my glitter is I just sprinkle where I put the glue, and then I empty it out so that I don't waste it, and then I just pour it back into the container afterwards. So you can get it all over where you want. Try not to get onto the paint. If you've got time to let your paint dry, that is a better option. Okay, but for the video, I'm doing it all in one. Okay. All right. Did you know that Saturn is the second biggest planet? The biggest one is Jupiter. And Saturn is the second biggest. Right, so I'm going to give it a bit of a sugar like that. And then I'm going to empty it sideways just so that I don't... There we go. Yes, I can see I missed a bit, but that's fine. And then when it's dry, I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to just be left with my planet. All right. Happy crafting!